screw that on, haven't I? Bugger. Damn, that's great. So I've come out today for a ride, purely exploring, seeing where I end up, no plan whatsoever, and I've ended up here at this lovely little place. I've got the SatNav now. I bought this TomTom SatNav, purely to find my way home. So I've sort of found my way here just by following wherever I felt like it, and I can now find my way home. The problem with using your mobile phone as a sat-nav is not having data. I'm not paying flipping loads of money for data. You know, you can't load the maps. So with this, at least I can turn it on. It'll find where I am and I can find my way home, which is brilliant. I got this mount. The mount it came with was rubbish, so I bought this little mount which you don't need tools for, because the one it comes with you have to do up the tools, and that's hopeless. So when you're going from one bike to another, as I do, I want to just be able to undo it with my fingers and put it onto a different bike. So this is really good. So I haven't actually used it yet, so I'm going to see how it is in a minute. We'll find our way home and I'll tell you what it's like. But I bought it with my own money. It's a TomTom Rider 500. We'll see how it is. If you follow the channel, you'll know that I broke my leg 4 months ago. This is the first time I've ridden a motorbike for 4 months. I'll quickly tell you what happened. I was walking down a slippery slope. I fell over and I snapped the quadriceps tendons clean off my kneecap, and I was completely immobilized for 6-7 weeks, and then gradually, slowly but surely, after the operation, I got back to normal. So now I can ride and drive and walk about. I'm hobbling a bit. Lost a lot of muscle here, so I've got to build that up slowly but surely. But it's taken me a long time to be able to bend the knee enough to be able to ride a motorbike, and now I'm absolutely fine. So it's so nice to be back on the motorbike after such a long time. And we've got lots of motorbikes coming up. We've booked in a Triumph Speedmaster for Chrome Edition. CCM have promised to send us a bike, and loads of others. Darcy's doing one this week, a Royal Enfield, a special one, the new model that's come out, and you know what that's called. So watch out for that. So there's lots of bike reviews coming up, but I thought it'd be nice today to just get out on the BMW R18 and just see where I end up. So I've come to this old place here, so let's have a look inside. Whoa. This is a nice old place. I like exploring places off the beaten track, and that's why I come to these old churches sometimes, and they're always open, so it's nice to be able to get in and see a snapshot back in time, if you like. This is a very interesting old place. I don't know what age it is. It's so dark in here. Lovely ceilings and everything. So I love old buildings. That's the interest that I have in coming to them. Now, one of the other purposes of coming out today was to just test all the equipment ready for the reviews. And unfortunately, the sound recording equipment I use for the bike sounds, the battery was completely flat. So unfortunately, in this video, you won't get the sound of the bike, but obviously I'll get that all charged up and ready. So it's good to test out the equipment. Just looking at the bike, it's been in storage in that bike bubble, and it's as good as it was when I put it in. I can't see any rust. I did check in the little window at the back of it the other day, and there was a little bit of condensation just on these here. So I took it out, it was a couple of weeks ago, I took it out and started the engine, warmed it up fully, put it back away. All it does really is prevent that sort of sudden change of air temperature, which is what causes the condensation. So when the bike metal is very cold, sudden warm air, damp air, it just condenses onto the cold metal. So it just slows that down and stops it, I'd say probably 95%. So thankfully that's been a good investment, because I haven't been able to get out on the bike obviously, and it's been winter as well. Still loving this bike, it is amazing, and it's so easy to ride, and I love that torque. You've got so much low down grunt, it's unbelievable. I've got the heated hand grips, which are fantastic in this weather. I'm so pleased with it. There's something I might be getting for the bike. I'll come to that in future videos, so some accessories. But other than that, I'm still happy with it as standard. And I do highly recommend these bikes. They're marvellous, and I'm 6'2", 6'3" in high heels. And there's no issue with legroom and what have you. That's a sort of myth that needs to be dispelled, as I said before, because this is a massive bike. It's really one of the biggest bikes in the world. It's the longest wheelbase production bike, as far as I know, in the world. It's massive, so it really isn't a bike for tiny people. I know smaller people, shorter people can ride them, but they tend to be sitting well forward on the seat, and I sit sort of further back. So there's plenty of room. So it's the seat that adjusts your position on these, and there's various seats you can get for them. Now, I genuinely don't know where I am and how to get home, so the proof of the pudding is the eating of this TomTom SatNav thing. So we'll see. Turning it on. This is literally the first time I've ever used it, apart from setting it up. A bit of a pain to set up, because you can charge it with USB, but it doesn't really tell you that it's charging or how much charging. It sort of has a little wiggly thing in it, but it's not obvious how much charge, so it did work. And I've bought this little adapter you can put into that thing on the bike here with the USB cable to the plug-in thing, so I can adapt and charge to that, because I don't want to wire it up directly to the wiring thing, which you can do. Now here we are, menu, search, no, that's it. I've put home in earlier, so I've done that, and you press ride and it's calculating a route, and let's have a look. Okay, that's pretty quick. How many miles? 18 miles, so I haven't gone too far today. So let's try it out, and we'll come
at your destination at 3:19 p.m.
There we go. But there's another thing. I changed the voice to the male voice, Tim, and it says Tim when I check it, but it's still got this female voice, and I do prefer the sound of the male voice because I can hear it better. So that's a bit of a pain in the arse. We'll see if it changes when I move along. Nearly forgot to mention, actually, these jeans I am wearing are Hood motorcycle jeans, and they're fantastic. They're, there's a couple of layers. There's an inside layer, and they're all that Kevlar stuff, and they're highly rated. You've got knee pads which you can move, and the hip pads here. They're very comfortable, very warm. So I haven't been cold today, and it is cold today. So they've been fine, and they're very comfortable. So I'd recommend these. These are great. Stop for a wee break. Look at this place. Spectacular, isn't it? Absolutely beautiful. Now, that's what I like about coming out, just exploring without a plan. You just never know where you find yourself. The SatNav's working well, and it's, I don't know how, but it's turned to the male voice now, which is good. You know, you don't want women in your ear all the time, do you? It's bad enough when you get home, so it's nice to have the male voice on the SatNav. But just turn the bike off. Yep. So yeah, all good. And like I said, I don't want to plumb the SatNav into the wiring system because I need it on lots of different bikes. So it needs to be very quick on, very quick off, and it is. There's little bridle path there, look. So if you've got a horse, you can ride that way. Very nice. I haven't got a horse, so I'm not going to ride that way. So the SatNav works, so that's good. Turn off. So just stop here to say hello to the horses. Hello, horse. Oh yes. Come on. Hello. Oh yes. Oh, horsey. What is going on? Yes, you're a nice horse, aren't you? Oh. Have you ever wondered how the horses get their jackets on? It's always puzzled me because they don't have fingers or anything, do they? So if you know how horses put their coats on, please let me know in the comments below, because I can't see how they do it.